comfy vibes, absolutely. Nice cozy indoor scene for the illustration and nice cozy vibes for the music. Found me on Toy House and you like my style? Thank you. I do my best to advertise on there as much as I can. I'm happy you came to pop into the stream. does a military outfit look like? Military uniform. There we go. Hope you're feeling better now from the last stream. Oh yeah, absolutely. Finally over having a small cold. The days have been getting colder though. That is for sure. Hey, having a stuffy nose the most. Yep, absolutely. Especially when you have to be on like a call or anything. It's so much more noticeable. So what are you drawing right now? Yep, this is a commission. It's commissioned by a friend, actually. It's our group just sitting and playing video games. You can take a wild guess at which one's me. Yeah, it is. She mostly got the commission because she was yelling at me how I haven't drawn us in a while. So the best way to get me to do it was to commission it. And honestly, fair enough. calm music for what I'm drawing. It's really fun drawing along while I stream. Oh, that's good. That was something I always wanted to do while other art streamers are on. Unfortunately, I haven't actually been able to follow any. All the ones I used to follow on here kind of either died off or just stopped streaming in general. Which kind of sucks, because there's a lot of really good artists that I watch. Yeah, a little sad, but what can you do? Yeah, that's very true. I feel like nowadays would be a better time to start streaming work and everything. Especially since you have people trying to accuse others of having AI art and all that kind of crap. Plus, it would just be good engagement all around. Seeing lovely artists getting accused of AI. Yep. Some people kind of forget that if their work looks like the style of AI, where do you think the AI was training from? AI will eventually fizzle out, though. Companies can't hide behind crappy advertisements and stuff like that for long. Yes, even when the artist made a human mistake, and it's suddenly, yep, it's so dumb. But also at the same time, you can't exactly blame people for trying to be cautious. And there's been some things that are getting posted online that are really hard to even tell it's AI. I know there was one, it was like a Miku furry drawing. She was as a white cat or something. And it looked like a pretty cute style. But I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary in it. But it happened to actually be AI. Some of the things that people were pointing out about it just look like normal stylization or stylization edits, I guess. Yeah, I saw that people were accusing the person of AI, and they ended up posting like a very quick, sketchy speed paint based on the style that they did. If they could draw, why use the AI? Granted, they obviously weren't a professional and they can't replicate that style that the AI did perfectly. But they clearly had some kind of talent and understood simple drawing procedures. So why even use the AI in the first place? Yeah, that is true. I know there's another Miku one. Miku seems to be a very popular AI one, an AI prompt. But there's another one. It was like a black background and very neon uh, color palette. I know I did my own version of it too. And the retweets were crazy with how many amazing art there were. People were also making the point of these posts are now just here to rage bait and get engagement so they can get money off of it. Which sucks, but it's really hard to ignore the problem. just cease posting, or on Twitter. Oh, sorry. Twitter. I still post like things here and there on there. It's not like I really have a following on there either. But it still is another social platform that people are still using. No matter how much people want to bicker about it. At the end of the day, there's so many people that can't get off of Twitter. Honestly, that's a little scary to think about. Such a scary thing in our world today. But Blue Sky isn't bad. Blue Sky's been a pretty good alternative so far. You can actually see active engagement on there more than I've seen on Twitter. It's also so much easier to make your own, not algorithm, but like what you want to see in your feed instead of all this random crap and junk. It's hard to get off Twitter, but I also feel like it won't die unless it's big. Yes. Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, like, why are people even following big companies? Like, even if I like certain games and things, I'll never actually follow the company that makes it. That's just personal preference because I don't really care. Unless it's like an indie studio. Then that's who I'll follow. Because those will have fun updates and things like that. But a company is just essentially you're following an advertisement the entire time. I tried to use Twitter once, but I'm so used to Toy House and TikTok. Yeah, there's something about Twitter that just... If you don't really like Twitter, then I wouldn't recommend Blue Sky. Because it is essentially the same thing. I do like Toy House a lot. Because there I really don't post just to get engagement. Because at that point, that's like my archive of character stories and development, and then just character art in general for myself. But I do host like small raffles and things like that, which I'm gonna do again if I hit I think 200 subs, because I think I have 167 on there right now. It's the same thing but less cluttered and ads. I didn't even think about the ads on Blue Sky. I don't think I've noticed any. They certainly have ads on there. But yeah, Blue Sky's been great. I feel like I'm starting to get not exactly the algorithm of Blue Sky, but I guess, a tagging system. Like which one, what feed to be under and what things I should be tagging with the post. Which is a lot simpler than Twitter. It's where when you're trying to advertise for things like your commissions, there's so many artists that won't put the actual word commissions in their post because I would assume the bot problem. Because as soon as you put commission there, you'll probably get DMs and comments from bots more than the actual person. Which is the other huge issue of Twitter, is the botting. It's so bad. I don't think there is any, but if they do, it's rare. Maybe. Next time I'm scrolling through Blue Sky, I'm probably gonna watch out for that. You would think that not having ads on your platform would probably just not be good for keeping the platform up for payment. Then again, they also don't have to pay creators. There's no like verification or something that people have to pay for on Blue Sky, right? Which I hope they don't go down that route. This foot looks so stupid. Why are you being stupid? I hate drawing feet so much. Good enough. I have no clue how it goes. If it blows up, it may start going in the route of ads. As long as the ads aren't so intrusive and frequent, it would be fine. Like, you can't harp on a company for needing to use ads to get at least a little bit of revenue to, you know, keep the platform going. It's when they become so obsessive. Looking at you, YouTube. Hello, new peep here. Hi! Welcome to the stream. We're complaining about Twitter. And YouTube. YouTube is so bad with the ads. There are always alternatives to get around these ads that you should definitely not do, like use Brave. Or extensions like Ghostery. Those would be so bad if you used them. YouTube would be very angry if you did. The price of YouTube Premium also used to not be that bad. But didn't the price get increased? Or it's going to get increased? I feel like I heard it was supposed to be like $12 a month or something. I don't know if that's actually accurate or not. Dear God, that is not. Who would want to pay for that? I was considering buying YouTube Premium. I knew it. Is it $12 a month? Is it something like that? Nothing is consumer friendly anymore. That's the biggest issue. They also have two versions, an ad-free version and a less ads version. That's crazy. It's $14 a month. Ew. Shame. The worst part, YouTube has no competitors whatsoever. You can't say Twitch is one. I swear, no one looks at VODs or anything on Twitch. You don't make money off the VODs on Twitch? At least I don't think you do. This bitch out is fucking mine. Yeah, as long as companies go down this road, this path, I have no respect whatsoever. I just really hope they don't crack down on ad blockers and stuff like that. But there was something that I read that it's like even the government or something advises people to use ad blockers. The internet is so unexplorable because of all these ads. It's so bad. If you just look at like a news media site or something, you can't read the articles, you can't watch like a news video because it's just filled to the brim with ads. Like, what is the point of having a site if you can't actually use it? At that point, people just click off your site and just won't use it ever again. I think you can make money off of VODs because VODs can have ads. Huh, didn't know that. If you get a big following, you can probably lock VODs to sub only. But YouTube just works better because more watch hours. Yeah. Some people do lock, like, older VODs and stuff behind, what is the YouTube version? The memberships? Which I kind of forget that's a thing. I mean, not bad first. I know there's some creators that started off with, like, $2 a month memberships. I never saw that was really a necessary thing to have, since most people put their stuff behind a Patreon anyways. So why even bother having a YouTube membership? It's filled with ads and subscription services to move those ads. It's so dumb. YouTube used to have it where, like, first of all, we had the, like, 5-second skippable ads, or at least skipping ads in 5 seconds, and they were usually no longer than a minute, at least. That wasn't that bad. It's when they took the skip option away, basically. So you'd be forced to sit there, and then you'd have an ad like every 2 minutes. And now you can have 5 ads within a 30-second to a minute branch of ads. It's so bad. I have no idea how YouTube membership works either. Don't worry. I honestly don't see the content creators that I watch talk about or use it. On YouTube, yeah. YouTube would even have like a simple banner like up at the top with no sound or anything. It'd just be a simple ad just sitting there. It wouldn't like block anything, it's not making noise. Perfect. That's how you do an ad. If they have simple ads that just sat there on the side, not being bothersome, that would be completely fine. But when ads start popping up, get in the way, you can't scroll down, they start making sounds and you can't find how to turn it off. Or if you go to turn it off and you hit the X, it'll still bring you to the page anyways. It's dumb. It fills me with rage. I use mobile occasionally, but at this point it was still really bad. I just use Brave on mobile. And Brave has been pretty good with that problem, especially against YouTube. I assume that's an ad blocker. It's actually another browser with added protection stuff. So it has things like shields on it, which would get rid of intrusive company. I feel like I shouldn't be saying, I'm not advertising an ad blocker or anything, it's just a browser. A very, very helpful browser. And it is free for download and everything. I've been also thinking of like switching search engines to what is it? DuckDuckGo. That one's pretty popular for I don't think it has anything to do with ads, but it's a lot more secure. At least there's a lot more privacy protection on it. Either way, there's a lot more things online that can help protect you from this crap. I would definitely advise anyone to look into them and change up some stuff. I know nothing about recommended browsers. I'm simple, just not simple enough to use Internet Explorer. You know, me too. It took me a while to actually get Brave. Because one, I do bookmark like a lot of websites I want to look at, and it's not like I can transfer them over. I know Opera GX does that, but I don't use that one. That one's more of a decorative web browser, and I don't need all that. I eventually did get onto Brave because YouTube was just so bad. I can't even just say YouTube. Everything was so bad. And that's probably why I haven't noticed if there's any ads on Blue Sky now that I think about it. Yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, definitely check it out. You can also download it as an app on mobile too. I was considering Opera GX because I heard it helps manage RAM or something too. It probably does. That would be the wheelhouse that I'm not knowledgeable in. I've mostly seen it advertised as like a browser that can do silly things. Like if you're typing in the search bar, it can make different sounds for it. Funny as it is, it wasn't something I need. But definitely check out Brave when you have the time. Because I left Chrome forever ago. Probably like 2 years ago at this point. This is the first and hopefully the last time I ever have to draw Crocs. I'm simple, I just use default on the phone. I use both Brave and default Safari on my phone. Depends on what I need to do. Or if I already had tabs open in one, I'm just gonna go to that one because I don't feel like switching over to the other. It honestly might help. Oh, it's already been an hour. Man, time flies when you're complaining. Next thing I'm gonna complain about is my screen cover. The poor tablet has a giant scratched mark. They draw in the same spot every time. Poor protector's dying. It's been a lovely stream so far. Well, you go enjoy your dinner. Thank you for popping on. Hope you join next week. I don't know if I will be doing stream next week because it is right after the holidays. I always have an update in Toy House though. You know, I have been thinking about maybe streaming 2 times a week. Saturday and Sunday. No, Cat, next week. Maybe. Because I do want to get back into doing animation and posting them on YouTube again. Because that poor side of my YouTube is just dead. I do have things planned for it, luckily. The only bad thing is having editing software. Because the one I love using is Adobe. After Effects is such a good editing software. It has no competition, so there's nothing I can really use in comparison. If you want to use it for a month, you either have to cancel like the day after you buy a subscription for a month, or else it'll hit you like a $70 fee and make you have it for at least 3 months. I hate Adobe. I hate so many of the bigger corporations and industries. They'll suck. Like, at this point, you can't win no matter what you get. I'm all for seeing animations. I'm planning on most of them just being like really simple, no sound animations. Either colored, uncolored. Did I stutter? Nope. Not at all, sir. I'm also very nostalgic for the animation meme community. I have no idea if it just died or just people just stopped doing them. But at the same time, like, the copyright on it kind of sucks. But most people weren't exactly posting just because of profit or anything. It was mostly just because it was fun. And the fear of getting copyright struck. That's genuine. Half my things still get copyright claims no matter what. This one playlist is like the only one that has like one copyrighted sound in it. I didn't know they stopped. I could just not be in the community anymore, but I swear they really did kind of cease. More evolved into people wanting to do more complicated animations and things, which is great. But then you have people that just complain about like simple animations. Like, there's nothing wrong with a simple tween head bob, a little small dance. Like that was the entire point of that community. It was just to have fun animations. Fun and simple. That way you can have something bigger on the side and still be posting. I see certain memes mostly in the VTuber community, like the bunny dance one, or the booty shorts song. I can't even think of which ones those are. I've seen so many different memes and dances. I probably know exactly which ones they are too. I want to bring back like older ones just for fun. Like ones you'd see back in 2015. At that point, I didn't have a channel yet, or really, I was still learning animation on my own. So So all my IDs and stuff, I had nowhere to really put them yet. Now I know how to animate and edit things. And I want to do that. But also the editing software. I'm spoiled. After Effects is just so good. I have tried something that's... It claims that to be an After Effects competitor, which is like DaVinci. I did not really like that product. I tried the free version, which gives you like such limited features that you can basically do nothing besides put a video in and render it. And it only comes with like transformations and stuff, or transitions, like pre-made transitions, and you can't really edit it. I don't want to pay like $20 a month just for After Effects. Yep, that sounds about right. That's the animation meme community, I know. I still have hopes in my VTuber. Because I freaking love the design I have to her. I want to transition her to like my gaming channel. So I would love to be able to do game content. The other thing is I'm so horribly bad at games. So it's really people watching me struggle on like for an hour on something simple. We're gonna get you good at games. I am gonna be such an exception. I did recently get Okami. Because I heard there was gonna be a sequel, which I watched someone play that game years and years ago, and I thought it was such a good game. And I never got to play it. So now I have it. Now I'm excited. Yeah, with the short sketch, I feel like that's what the animation meme community really turned into. I find this boring. I don't really want to do those. Not exactly boring content. Like some people use it for like character development stuff. I think that's great. Me personally, I don't want. Not for me. I'm streaming. Get out. Oh, I can 100% vouch for Okami. I forgot to mute my mic. I have a younger sister who's tried getting in my room. I bought Okami on Steam. It was only like $4 because it was on sale. Thank God for holiday sales on Steam. I just hope my computer is good enough. Because I have so much crap on this computer. It's not even a computer. I have a laptop. I've had this... How long have I had this? Maybe 4 years? Poor thing's dying. I always wanted Okami on the Wii too. The Wii is like one of my favorite consoles. Right next to the DS and 3DS. I hate Nintendo as a company though. I feel like it's really hard not to hate Nintendo. But just like any other company, they don't make very good choices anymore. Why hate Nintendo? It's because they hate the people that they sell to. And all their choices with basically not preserving games or the ROM hacks and things like that. It's just so bad. I love her games. I think they still have like the best like selection of games. Don't get me wrong. But the company itself just kind of sucks. I know like one of their biggest things is they hate emulation. But at the same time, they don't re-release any of like the really old games, and if they do, the emulation for it sucks. 'Cause I think I remember it was Mario 64 that they eventually opened up the emulation to on the Switch, and the graphics are just so bad on it, like so amazingly horrible. The people that just emulate things for free do a much better job. If people were selling emulations, I could see that being bad, or ROM hacks. But not all of them do. A lot of them are just free things that they do as like side projects and everything. But Nintendo will still take it down. funny you brought up Mario 64 because it reminds me of my chat. I have this thing so small. Why is it so small on my screen? The Mario collectors that they sold temporarily. They've also done, oh, what is it called? It's like false something, where they say they only have a limited stock of something, charge horrible prices for it, and still be able to sell more of it later. Like the only way to buy Mario Sunshine and Galaxy, and they took it away. Yep. They have the ability to make more of the stuff, they just choose not to because they're kind of dicks. Don't get me started on the prices. Whew, boy. Yeah, I don't know why they don't ever do sales. Like, they do sales on games that aren't theirs. You know, like, indie ones that are just on the Switch. They're also just horrible games, too. Just quick cash grab games. Even then, those sales still suck, too. Nintendo makes amazing games, but some are baffling business decisions. Yep. Anti-fan is probably a great way to put it, too. Also, at the same time, they have games that they just kind of suck, too. My favorite Pokemon game was my very first one, and it was Pokemon Diamond. I was so happy to hear it was getting a remake. And it was the worst remake they could have possibly have done. Not only just making it 1-to-1 with no additional anything, but I don't think they added platinum or anything to that game. The bugs in it were just so horrible for some reason. It was just all around such disappointment. I bought that game for 2 other people too. Biggest letdown Pokemon's ever done. Also, recent Pokemon games are not that great. I can admit they're definitely not for like older generations anymore. They're keeping up with newer ones, seeing what those kids and stuff like. Some of the games just kind of eh. At least designs, I have not been really impressed with them. Pokemon peaked in the DS era. Absolutely. Sun and Moon were pretty good. I don't know if this is a hot take, but for me personally, I did not like Sun and Moon. I think it was great that they changed up mechanics and things and like how the world was really run. Or at least how you get like your badges, quote unquote. It just wasn't for me on that one. I didn't hate like a lot of the designs or anything. I still think it was a good game. It just wasn't for me. Indies and third parties only. Their games? For real. have been playing more indie games and things. Like, I'm pretty sure Pico Park is another indie. I love that game with a passion. It's great. Lethal Company, that was like I think it was like 80% of what I played this year. I love that game. With and without mods. It was so fun. I'm a little sad that it fizzled out. But it had a great course. Great YouTube content and just a good game all around. They only added platinum content in post-game. Ah, that's why I didn't really see anything. I'm also one of the few that like the Gen 4 remakes. It was such a good game. But also, if you ask me, like, what Pokemon came out in Gen 4, I know more about Gen 3 Pokemon and think it was Gen 4 because that was my first game and basically all of them were in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Like, my favorite Pokemon, Absol, I always thought it was a Gen 4 Pokemon because that was the first game I ever saw it in. Nope, that's Hoenn. That's the game before. They were fine, but not $60 fine. Yeah, I'll agree to that. Also, Pokemon games just keep coming out with, like, horrible bugs and glitches. Like, day of, does it take, like, a week or a month until they can actually fix it? That's crazy that people are releasing games that have such bad issues. Legend Arceus kind of sucked. I didn't get that one. I wanted it, but at the time, I knew I wasn't going to play it yet, and by the time I could get it, everyone else was already done with the game, so I didn't bother. I think Legend of Arceus was a great segue of how they should change the game up. Like, the gameplay for it, I think that was great. It was a good starting point, at least. Then they came out with Scarlet and Violet, and it was kind of boring. But also just being able to have like that much freedom in a Pokemon game, that's great. Even though I never played it, I am probably going to get the next Legends game. Because it was Kalos, right? X and Y. Yeah, because it's called, like, what is it, Legends Z? And I miss the Megas so much. That was a mechanic they should have never gotten rid of. It was the best one they could possibly have put in and then just forgot and dropped it. The Dynamax? Eh. I'm not the biggest fan. Crystal move, or what was it? Terrestrial? Oh, what was the stupid thing? They have hats. That's all I can remember, is they have hats and they're crystallified. Hate it. Also stupid. Z moves in Sun and Moon? Didn't care. Megas? That's where it was. They had it. It was perfect. Designs? All amazing. Mega Evolution or nothing. Exactly. Where's the optimization, Nintendo? They don't even know what that word is. I still think the Pokemon Go, Let's Go, Eevee, and Pikachu, I still can't see that was for, like, our generation of games. Like, at all. Like, that was such, like, a child game. Like, very specifically for a child audience. it wasn't necessarily bad either. It just wasn't for the nostalgic audience or people who have been playing for years. It definitely wasn't. I don't think that's bad. It just had different expectations than what people were thinking. I'm gonna go yoink a character. Yoink. Literally the kid's first Pokemon. Yeah. Or in another way, people that don't get into like competitive or really like the battle mechanic. I play like a child. I don't care what the moves are. If it doesn't hit, that I don't have it on my team. Attack boosters and things? Nope, never heard of them. Type advantages and things? I know the 3 basic ones, and then I never learn the others because I'm just so lazy. I still got through the game fine. So people didn't really like the battling that much and prefer the catching collecting. I think Let's Go was a great game for it. I've never really gotten to the Pokemon games, but they always seem interesting. I am also a huge fan of the mystery dungeons. I love them so much. I've played most of them. I even got the one on the Switch. I haven't finished it because I'm struggling so much on like the really high number floors. I learned competitive in Gen 4. I played casual. I I've never been competitive in Pokemon. I've only been recently looking at the competitive stuff because I have someone that tells me about it and everything. It seems really cool, and the dedication and like things you have to think about for the game. That's awesome. Could I do it? Nope. Not at all. There are stats in Pokemon? Never knew that. Never looked at them as a child. I said, ooh, that Pokemon looks cute. I'm taking it. That one's on my team and its name is Mr. Bubbles. That was my gameplay. Hey there, you've probably heard this a lot. Found your toy house and your style's really nice. Oh, thank you. Thanks for popping on. You came on just in time to hear me gush over Pokemon while complaining about the older generations. I don't play casual, I play Nuzlocke. I wanted to do a Nuzlocke like a long time ago. Like when they were popping up a lot on DeviantArt because people were making comics and stuff out of them. I wanted to do it, but because I'm a very casual player, my Pokemon would die, and as soon as I get attached to one and it dies in the Nuzlocke, I'm not playing ever again. I would not be able to do it. Nope. That was my family, and I murdered it accidentally because I forgot water is weak to electric or whatnot. Nope. Nuzlocke would make me cry immediately. I love that for you, actually. I should do a Nuzlocke stream. And as soon as one Pokemon dies, the stream ends and I never come back. That is the last you hear of me. Also, to do Nuzlocke, I would have to get into, or at least streaming in general, I'd have to get into emulations. Which, I've only played one emulated game, and it was a fan one. I wish I can remember what it was. It was actually a pretty good one. They had both Pokemon and their own designs in it. Oh, I can't remember what the name was. It was actually pretty good. I don't think I finished it, but it was a good game. Ah, I wish I could remember. I feel like it started with a Z or something. Pokemon Xenoverse, I think. I think that's what it was. It also had another typing. I think it had like the sound typing in it, which is, I think that would be a great addition to Pokemon. I like Pokemon a lot, probably my favorite franchise ever. Although I don't get to talk about it much. Yeah, I was always surprised that it's only, I wouldn't say it's not a lot of people, but just not a lot of people around me that really got into Pokemon. At the same time, I didn't get into Pokemon as much as other people. I like Pokemon in my own way, which is very casual and just, I play for fun. I'm definitely streaming a Nuzlocke. Do it. I would love to draw based on a Nuzlocke. I get into Mr. Emu's later collection and been playing Nuzlocke that way. I would also love to just do it on a normal cartridge. I would also love for one game that's not Pokemon Go to get a shiny. I have never found a shiny in any game whatsoever. I didn't even know it was a thing until like many years later when someone was showing me. I've never caught a shiny. And Pokemon Go doesn't count. They literally have shiny days. If I can catch one shiny in a Pokemon game, my life would be set. I would die happy. I want to go back to playing hacks. I used to do it a lot when I was younger. Yeah, some of the hacked games are great too. Like, a lot of them give more personality than what an original game can also give. Like, Xenoverse added so much to theirs. I don't know if it was a specific hack on a certain game or anything. But it was great. I love how soft your style is. Thank you. I feel like I haven't drawn that much in this one because I've been so I've gotten so focused on talking about the industries. This has been a very complainy stream. And I love it. Give me more things to complain about. You know what? Less of complaining. I want more Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. I don't want another remake. I want to know what they can come up with now. Because the stories of Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, they were so good. They were so good. Like Child Me in, oh, what was it? It was the one with Grovyle and Dusknoir. When they look like they potentially died in that game, I don't remember if they did or not. Child Me was ready to cry. Explorers of Sky, Time, Darkness. Thank you. I knew it was something like that, but I couldn't remember the full name. That one was probably my favorite growing up. It might have been my first game too. I know I recently got another one for Nostalgic for the DS. I can't remember what it was, but I know the cartridge is red. That's all I can remember. It was amazing. I loved it. Yes, absolutely. I would be surprised if that wasn't the most, like, fan favorited. I feel like the most common Pokemon I'd get was a Skitty too. Not knowing I could actually change it when I was little, because I would take the test and just take what I can get. I know one of them I got a Trico in it. And I was so sad because I didn't like Trico at the time. But then fell in love with the Pokemon because I played it throughout the entire playthrough. There's so many Pokemon and games I want to play and I don't know where to start. I mean, if you can emulate it, you can start anywhere. I was Mudkip back in my day. I think in one of mine I had Mudkip as a partner. I don't think I ever played the Mudkip. There was an extended story. You're right. It's been so long since I played it. Now I'm getting nostalgic. Now I want to play it again. I got so many things I want to play and stuff. Which is kind of the reason why I want to stream them too. Is to kind of have that, like that archive of it again. And also see how bad at games I am. I think one of my favorite things would be going into a monster room. Because I swear to me, I would kick ass in those rooms every time. It's mostly because I was just higher level and I'd take them all into a hallway and just kill them in one shot, one at a time. I have Explorers of Time but never touched it. Well, how dare you? I am offended. You know what? You should go play it right now. Or you should give it to me. I will take it. One of my biggest goals was also to defeat the Kellyon so I can steal things. It wasn't always a smart move, but I think I did defeat it like maybe once or twice. And at that point, I thought I was a god in the game. I wish I can say I'm a god in the game now. I tried getting a shiny in that game too. Oh my god. In the newer one, or the remake on the Switch, I've been trying so hard to get a shiny partner, and I've been able to at least find them. It's mostly a shiny Lickitung. That thing hates me. It does not want to come on my team whatsoever. And I will count that as like having the first shiny in any of my Pokemon games. But it hates me. I even have the friendship tag thing, or wait, it's not a bandana. Are they bandanas? A friendship bandana. And it hates me. It just dies and leaves. I'm offended. As soon as the theme starts, I know my run is over. Wait, you're so fucking right. I can play now. Go. Right now. I wish you could stream it right now, because I would be so excited to watch. I know it's probably not great for algorithm and stuff, but I wish people would play older games. I know someone I watched started playing Among Us again with his group. But I want old Nintendo games and things like that. I mean, this year also wasn't... It wasn't the greatest year for games, but also it wasn't too bad. It's mostly just bad for AAA companies. Which I say good. Deserved. Your shiny Lickitung sounds like me trying to find Mew in red. I don't think I ever found like extra legendaries or mythicals in the games. Unless it was like given to you. Like I've gotten a bit of them in the remake one. Which I don't think they can be shiny. They could, and I can't go back and re-get them for shiny. Sad. Mad, actually. But just one shiny in a game, and I'll be so happy. Just one. I like to think I'm also cursed, and I'm not allowed to have any. I gotta do something real quick. Be back in a few minutes. Yeah, I'll be here for a bit longer. Go do your stuff. I think Red Rescue is the new one I got. In the older games, they were not shiny except Celebi, and I don't think I knew that. But again, at the time as a kid, I didn't know shinies were a thing. Now that I know shinies are a thing, it pains my existence because I cannot get them. I wanted to start Soul Silver and do a shiny hunting the entire time. But I'm also playing it on the actual DS in the cartridge. And resetting it a million times to get a shiny sucks so much. I wanted to do it so badly. I did not get the shiny in the first playthrough because I killed it. I think you were able to go back and get it. I did not. I thought it was dead forever, and I never went back. As soon as everything went wrong, I said, you know what? Nope. And just never looked back. Don't look at me like that. I warned you. I said I wasn't good at games. Wait until you hear my strategy of how I defeated the Elite Four. It was definitely very practical. You know, coming up with a strategy, a team that would defeat them and everything. I would level up all my Pokemon to like 100 or at least 20 levels over the Elite Four, and then destroy them that way. I am what you call a gamer. I used to hack shinies into Gen 4. What made me stop was restarting Platinum and just wanting to play a casual run. That is actually a real gamer move. Yeah, but the thing about it was it took so long because the Pokemon around the area wouldn't be higher level, so I'd just be killing things that were also 10 to 20 levels under me, so it would just take longer to get XP. I made games hell for me and never knew it, but I was having fun. That's all that mattered. How many requests do I want to do today? I'll do 2. Oh no, I have the hiccups. I mean, I don't have the hiccups. Yeah, Victory Road Pokemon suck, but to dedicate that time to change is a gamer move. I'd like to think it's out of spite and stubbornness. Because my other trick would definitely be walking into a water gym and half of my team is fire, but they would kill him out of spite. Reason number 2 of why I can't do a Nuzlocke. Spite is a good motivator. I won't deny that. But I definitely don't have the time and dedication now. Enough heat evaporates the water. That's one way to think about it. I'm trying to think of any other games I've played. Hello, welcome to the stream. Like, most of my memories have been just the Pokemon games. I also had Naruto games for the DS that I played constantly. And some of them I played more than once because I'd finish the game, be bored, and see if I can basically speedrun the next one. There was another game. Actually, after years of having it, over the summer, finally completed the game because I would just forget about it. It was called... Oh my god, what was it called? From the Abyss. It was a random one-off dungeon game. I would go in and just defeat monsters and go to higher dungeons. Dungeon crawler? Dungeon crawler. It's a good game. However, I got it for someone else and we were playing it together. He was able to catch up very fast, and that's because he was just a mage build the entire time. And I guess magic one-shots like everything in that game for some reason. I took the strength route, the strength and luck, and I wasn't doing too bad. Like, my character was pretty strong. But my character was not mage strong. Like, I didn't even level up my magic, and if I used magic in that thing, it would also kill everything. I am so salty. But also, I was too stubborn to stop doing physical damage stuff. I built my character to punch things into oblivion. I was going to continue playing that way. We also make characters based on our characters because of it. I don't know if I would be able to recommend From the Abyss, but it wasn't a bad game. The story was very simple. It's kind of your cut and dry, oh no, there's this dungeon and it's going to kill us all. You are an adventurer and you're going to go in and defeat everything. But also rendered a lot of the things in the game kind of useless because it was easy to get them in the dungeon. Like, there was a shop. You would completely waste your money if you bought anything in the shop because there's an easier way just to get it from the dungeon. Like a magic spell. You have another spell that you can take the life force out of other monsters and it'll completely kill them and you'd get a new spell for it, depending on what monster you did. It was just so much easier to do that and then buy a new spell. It costs like $2 million for a new spell, but you can go in for 2 seconds into the dungeon and go get it yourself. This wasn't a Nintendo game or anything either. It was just a one-off from another company. I feel like that company makes mobile games or something now. I don't remember what it was. But good on them for making it. I wouldn't have known about that game if I didn't get it for Christmas like years and years ago because my grandparents thought, this looks like an anime. This is anime-esque, right? That's what the kids are into. I'm trying to think of anything else. I prefer to watch games more than I play them as a kid. And most of the games I'd watch weren't actually Let's Plays on YouTube. I watched other family members play them. Like Final Fantasy, I watched a lot. Kingdom Hearts was another one I watched people play. And then eventually I found the Let's Play community on YouTube. Then I watched a lot more gameplays. This character's so cute. placement for the head. Hey, I'm getting slightly tired myself. I want to color this. I think I'll save this. Actually, I know exactly what I want to do. I have to figure out where I put the file. To the artists that do weapon design, I tip my hat to you. I swear, it is so hard to get a good weapon design. That's not a lot. Yay, you're back. It's always good to it's always good to get some food. I hate having to get delivery because I swear it's always just cold. If I can make something quick at home, I always feel like I should have just done that instead. I also hate the delivery fees. Just so bad. But delivery fees aren't exactly unreasonable either. What was the... There was one, I think it was Uber Eats, and it had an additional fee for small orders. So if you only ordered like maybe like a burger and drink, that'd be considered a small order, and you get charged like $5 extra for that. I don't mind delivery that much. I was just kind of lazy, but figured I might as well. Yeah, everyone has those days. I just try not to have those days often. Also love the background music. I don't remember. I can see what it says. I don't know if my playlist actually lists any of the songs. Nope, it does not. That's so handy. There used to be a comment that would actually list all the names. There's very few that can actually remember which game it comes from. I think most of the ones I remember are going to be from X and Y. never finished that. We want to do it at some point. I've actually only done one playthrough of that, and I started another one because I have Soul Silver, and I was trying to do like an all shiny run. I got way too lazy. I could not keep resetting the game for the starter. Background music is End's Farewell. Yeah, I would definitely not be able to tell you what the music is. If there was a list, I'd be able to link it at least. I mean, the playlist is linked in the description. But it does not say what is what. Gave up after the third day. That's like right around the same time I did. I probably only got over like 100 resets and then I was like done. It's like, nope. It'd be easier if it was just an emulation on the computer, because then you would just hit one button and then you'd be back to the screen. But actually trying to get it on the actual console, just so much. It takes so much time. Gotta head off, but thank you for the chill stream. Also, Lola turned out cute. You're welcome. Thanks for popping up. Is that a weapon? Yes. I'm trying to design a weapon and I'm dying. Like, I like the first one. It's not that bad. But I've been trying to come up with some other designs for it. But I cannot. I'm struggling. Let's just say that. The inspiration for this one just does not kick in. Use an orb and let it shape into whatever. Yeah, but then you have to design what the shape of the weapon it's turning into is. This one's specifically for this design, which I think I finally got her design to where I want it. I just need a weapon. The idea of it is to be able to take the top part off, and then you'd have two weapons on the side. Well, this part wouldn't be the weapon. You'd have the staff as a weapon, then use the top as an actual musical instrument. But the harp just ain't harping. I finally got her design to where I want it, which took a lot of time. This is one of the starter ones. I wasn't too happy with the design entirely. And changed it to a more purple. The best weapons are designed with the wielder's personality in mind. That's what I'm trying to do. She might not have too much personality right now. But she does have, like, a job so far. Her entire point is to be an angelic being that guides souls to the afterlife. Grim Reaper, but not as scary. And she also looks tired all the time. Such a pretty design. Thank you. I feel like for her job it'd be it's a lot of work. Because she can either be seen with groups of different souls, which dealing with them would be a bit of a challenge. Since not everyone is ready to pass on to the afterlife, she still has to convince them and guide them with good intentions and everything. She's also like one of the eldest in her job field. Why am I drawing this here? There we go. Unfortunately, with her story, she's gonna be locked up. She's unfortunately gonna be captured and used for her powers to get drained away. Pretty design. Thank you. I'm pretty happy with her design so far. There was a lot of changing I had to go through to finally get a design that I wanted. Your sketches are so pretty. Thank you. Not liking that one. Trying to do these sketches as quick as possible. should probably do it for today. I almost hit 3 hours this week. Alrighty. Thanks for popping on. It's another pretty good stream. I may or may not do a stream next week. Depends on how I feel after the holidays. Oy. Already. It's only been almost been 3 hours. I think that's plenty of time. Alrighty. Bye-bye.